Hey guys, what's up? pitmarthroy here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In the last episode, we cleared up boss battles with Ness, so in this episode, we are finishing off the third row with Sonic the Hedgehog. As you can expect, like every game Sonic has ever been in, except for, I'm sure, the really bad ones, which there are quite a few. Namely, I know I'm going to get burned by saying this, namely any Sonic game that was made after about 2004, but, and probably even before then. I'm not a big Sonic fan. I only own one Sonic game. I've only ever played through 3 of them, I believe, all the way. But yeah, Sonic games are hit and miss with their franchise, but like most or all, depending on how much I know about the Sonic franchise, which is not much at all, Sonic moves very fast, as you can well expect, because he's supposed to be the fastest thing alive, even though he's probably not. Because despite the fact that Sonic is fast, a lot of his attacks leave him very vulnerable. You'd think for being the fastest thing alive, he would be a little bit better about that. But he's not, and as is the case with a lot of characters that are incredibly fast, or at least a fair amount, most of his attacks are very weak. They're multi-hit attacks that are weak. And I found a problem with Sonic that I found with Pikachu. A lot of his attacks left him vulnerable. They were multi-hit stuff. In particular, his smash attacks were almost completely useless. The only good ones are his side smashes, and even then they weren't that strong. So yeah, Sonic was actually a bit of a problem. I think this one took me about 4 tries, maybe even 5. I don't remember if it was 4 or 5, but it took definitely more than 3 tries, and it was kind of a pain, to be honest with you. Because you can see I wasn't even showing off Sonic's moves, so I definitely game over at least 3 times because I got tired of showing it. He is fast, and he has a very good recovery with his up B, and you can chain together with his down A. So he does have decent attacks, it's just he doesn't have very many things that are suited for boss battles where you can't knock a character back. Since the bosses have no knockback, Sonic's not very good for boss battles, in my opinion. And, you know, I don't know the full advanced combinations of Sonic, and I'm sure if I did, I could probably do this a lot better, but Sonic is not a character that I use. Regardless of that, I am doing boss battles with everyone, so might as well get used to it. If I can do it with Snake and Bowser and DDD, then I can do it with Sonic. Which, you guys haven't seen the Bowser one yet, but I have recorded that, so I have completed it with Bowser. I've only got 6 of them left right now, which is Falcon, Olimar, Rob, Jigglypuff, Lucas, and whoever else isn't in that set. I don't really remember. Oh well. But yeah, regardless, while Sonic is fast, has good recovery, he doesn't have a lot of good attacks, really. I was trying to find several while going through this multiple times. So instead of telling you what to avoid, I should really just tell you what to use, because there's a lot less you can use than you think. When he's on the ground, his side attack is pretty decent. Not his side smash, just his regular side attack, which is the one I'm using here. His back aerial is pretty good. His forward aerial is alright if you've got the time to use it. If it's going to take too many frames, like you know that they're going to start attacking soon, then I would not bother with it, but his back aerial works pretty good. His up aerial is pretty decent. It's a 2-hit move, but it doesn't take up that much time. I didn't really deal with any of his specials. I felt like they would not help me at all, to be perfectly honest, and I'm not going to say I didn't have trouble controlling Sonic. I have trouble controlling Super Sonic, his Final Smash, but if you mess up one of his B moves, like his down B or side B, then it's going to leave you in a serious problem. So I stuck to just regular A attacks on this one. Just aerials and smashes. I didn't really ever use the B moves, other than up B, obviously, which is your recovery, but that's pretty much what I stuck to. And like I said, it was kind of hard to find something. For the aerial bosses, I generally just used the back aerial or up aerial. And for the ground bosses, I used that side smash or tried to use aerial attacks on them as well. And that was about all I used, really. I mean, a lot of stuff that I tried just did not work. That was the down smash right there. But in particular, some of the really bad ones, like the up smash, was terrible. And I'm pretty sure most people would probably agree, unless I don't know how to use it, which maybe I don't. But even in regular gameplay, the up smash seems to be almost completely worthless. So yeah, I stuck to what would work, really, which is a lot of the aerials, aside from, you know, the standard one. The standard aerial doesn't work that well, but everything else was alright. You do have to be careful with his down aerial, though, because it does work a little bit like Toon Link's does, and the fact that it will send you straight down. So you have to be careful when you use it, because if you use it while you're, like, on the edge, then obviously you're just going to go straight off and die. So you do have to be very careful. And I think there was one point where I almost died using it. It may not have been this take, I don't remember. There's one point where I almost died, but he was close enough to where he could grab the ledge of the stage, so I didn't actually get hurt by it. But yeah, this was not one of the easier boss battles. I thought it would be, like, kind of in the middle. Like, I thought it would be really easy, but I didn't think it would be as hard as it was, either. I am glad that I, you know, got a little bit used to it, because I remember Pikachu's taking the most amount of time, and it was really one of the first ones that I had trouble with, along with Samus, and it was like one of the very earlier ones. But now that I've gotten accustomed to what to expect from some of the harder ones, it wasn't really too bad, but at the same time, it was... this one took me more tries than Bowser's, or DDD's, or Ganondorf's. Well, no, not DDD's, but it took more than Bowser's or Ganondorf's, so that should give you a little bit of a hint right there on just how many tries this took. I mean, I'd done it with Ganondorf before, you know, like before I had started doing the Let's Play, just to see if it was actually possible. So I kind of knew that I could do it with Ganon already, and just going in knowing that you can, in fact, do it helps a lot, and it also helps to know what works, so... And since Sonic's not a character I use, I know a lot of people play as Sonic. I find Sonic to be kind of cheap in Smash, but that's just my personal opinion. It's kind of like how a lot of people find Pikachu cheap, which I completely agree with as well, thunder spamming. Because recently I've been playing Melee again, and I've been trying to go through Adventure Mode on Very Hard without continuing. And I've done it on Classic. I've gotten through Classic Mode on the highest difficulty without continuing, and I've gone through Adventure Mode on the second highest difficulty, which is just Hard instead of Very Hard. I've done that one without continuing, but when you get to that Pikachu team, man, they will thunder spam the heck out of you. It's terrible. Team of 10 Pikachus, 1 Pichu and 1 Jigglypuff, or 2 Pichus or 2 Jigglypuffs. The other two are random between Pichu and Jigglypuff, so it could be one of each. Both Jigglypuffs or both Pichus, but those Pikachus and the Pichus too, they will spam thunder if you get above them. They will. But yeah, Sonic's not a good character since the lack of knockback really does not help him at all here. With some characters it does, but with him, no. Fortunately, in addition to his speed, like I said, the recovery really does help, because he has a very good recovery. He gets a lot of height off of it, and he's got, you know, pretty decent horizontal distance after using it, so... It did take a little bit of, you know, trial and error with what I had to use, but eventually I figured it out. And the thing is with Sonic, since he's so fast, you kind of expect to try to, you know, get in as many hits as possible. And honestly, if there's anything I've learned from playing boss battles, or pretty much any game that I've played in general, is that you cannot get greedy. Because like 9 times out of 10 when I die in any game, it's because I got greedy. Whether it was with money or, you know, greedy and trying to see how many hits I could get, whatever it was, I usually just get greedy, and that's what causes me to die. Okay, so we have Ridley left, and that's it. Besides Tabuu, of course. I believe he's number 9 here. Luckily, whenever it comes to attacks like this, you can easily dodge them, because, you know, how fast he is. You don't even have to roll out of the way. You can just, you know, keep running, and they won't be able to get you. Yeah, that one I tried to roll backwards and it didn't work for some reason. I remember that one, just kind of sitting there going, okay, what? So in a way, it is kind of nice to have a character that's much faster after, you know, having people in the same row like Ganondorf and DDD where they're incredibly slow. It's nice to have that little change, I suppose. And using that combination that I just did with the up B and the down aerial, like, that's a good combination. It's basically like how fast he can run, just at a horizontal angle. So he can run really fast horizontally, but if you need to go up and then down really quickly, it's a very good combination to use those. So now we'll move on to Tabuu. And this fight took a while. Like, I went in with this with 6 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it took at least 3. Like, this one took a while. I checked later on to see if it was the one that took the most time. I don't think it was. I think it was just a couple seconds short of whoever's was did in fact take the longest. But yeah, this one took an incredibly long time, and not because I was being patient, just because his attacks really aren't that strong. And also the thing is with Sonic, I feel like sometimes he's a little bit too fast. In the sense that he is hard to control, just because it's easy to accidentally move too far. It's incredibly easy to overshoot whenever it comes to like movement with Sonic. It's very, very easy to do that. Yeah, that one was kind of stupid, but okay. Because I knew using the smash attacks here are pointless, because the up one is completely useless. The ground one, unless he's on the ground, which usually he isn't, was useless. The side ones kind of came in handy, I guess, but even then, not that much. Just basically standing there punching him right then. Yeah, see, we went in with 6.5 minutes. It's almost 8.5 now, so it's taking over 2 minutes. And I think this last third took a lot longer than the rest of it. I don't remember why, but I feel like it did. Usually how long the boss battle takes to me, like, whenever I judge how long it's going to take, usually it depends on if he makes it to the second set of red rings or not, and then how much health he has whenever he does that attack. Because there's some characters you can get rid of him before he can do the second red ring attack. Nobody can do it on the first, I don't think, but who knows. But I can never get him before he does the first red ring attack, which is fine, since, you know, if you know how to dodge it, you're fine. If you don't know how to dodge it, then you're not going to be able to beat this on intense. You just aren't going to be able to do it, because that red ring will kill you instantly. Yeah, see, 9 minutes 11 seconds. I think the slowest time I've had thus far was about 9 minutes and 32 seconds, so I mean, it was pretty far up there. Regardless, though, what's done is done, and that boss battle is done. So we are done with row 3. We got one more to go, so we've got 8 characters left. So, next time we'll see you for Bowser.